Welcome out to Kojak's live stream. Tonight we're going to be running 5 on the button. That's $5 on the button. No small blind, no big blind. Only blind is where the button is, $5. And as you can see, action has already picked up hot. Three-way action on the very first hand at Kojak's. Ace, Jack, King, Queen, pocket aces for Eric. What a hand to pick up on the first one. The only one with a diamond is Mr. Jeff Barnett with a Queen of Diamonds. He's got the second nut flush draw. We've already got $200 in the pot, and we're just starting the night off. Bet $105 from the pocket aces of Eric. Jeff calls. He does have 12 outs after that turn right there. Any jack, any diamond, king, queen, all kinds out. The only ones that aren't out there, the jack of diamond or jack of spades because it has been mucked, and the queen of clubs because it is gone. So once again, I'm your host, Charlie, tonight. Quick bet out from Eric, $275 starting off the night. Call from Jeff with a queen high flush draw. Jack, anything gives it to him except for a 4 of spades. That card is not going to work enough. Check, check. Eric flips over his aces and Jeff mucks his king queen. So what a start to the night. $960 in the first pot of the night from live at Kojak's. Got a busy week up ahead of us here. Coming up this next week, starting on January 20th. Starting on January 19th, which is Tuesday, we're going to have a $300 PLO tournament. $300 kickoff PLO tournament. Wednesday, the 20th, we've got a $500 Big O tournament. Thursday, we have 2 tournaments for you. We have a $300 Bounty tournament and a $1,000 No Limit Hold'em tournament. Friday, we have day 1A starting at 5 p.m. of our $40,000 guaranteed main event. Saturday at noon and 5 respectively, we've got day 1B, day 1C of our $40,000 main event. And on Sunday, we have our main event day 2 starting at noon. Right behind that's our second chance No Limit Hold'em Turbo, $200. We've got a few new faces at this game that usually aren't at the 5 on the button table. Sitting in seat number 1, Mr. Jeffrey Barnett. Sitting in that blank seat number 2 is Billy Ward. Sitting right next to him in the gray hoodie is Eric Blank. Sitting in seat number 4 is Baby Boy Cruz. Sitting in seat number 5 is Mr. Robert. Sitting in seat number 6 is Joni. Sitting in seat number 7 is Stephen Padilla. Seat number 8, Ron Mann. Seat number 9, Miss Carrie Shaver. She's actually our short stack right now with $920. We've got 3 players that bought in for $1,500. Joni's right behind him at $1,300. And of course, I cannot read fast enough to give you the rest of them. Looks to be a hot table tonight. As you saw, first pot of the night had aces versus the second nut flush draw going all the way down to the river. $960 right out the gate. Shipped right on over to one person. And at Kojak's, if you raise to 15, you're going to get called by 4 people, at least 4 players in the pot. Ace 10 versus Queen 8 versus King 8 versus 6-5. Flop comes out. 9 of clubs, deuce of diamonds, 6 of hearts. Jeff takes the lead. He's sitting about 50% to win this hand. Robert's got 2 overs. Let's see if he continues with it. Jeff bets $30. Robert's going to let it go. Joni right behind with Queen 8's going to muck it. And that's the end of it. Steven's not going to have any piece of it. He'd have to go runner, hearts to hit it. Had a little over $8,000 in our deep stack tournament today at Kojak. Started at 2:30, still running. We've got, I think, 5 people left in the tournament. We've got a full table of 5 on the button, No Limit Hold'em at Kojak's. We've got a waiting list of, I think, 6 or 7 people for the second table to open. And then we've got this full table of live stream right here. So as always, action is popping at Kojak's. As Mr. Josh Dent leaves the office to head out there to deal. Have a good one, Josh. Do good. So we do have a busy week. Like I said, we had $8,000 in the tournament today. We've got the bounty tournament tomorrow, which always proves healthy. Joni looks down at ace-9 suited. She raises up to 25. Jeff with 8-5 offsuit makes the muck. Billy's going to let it go. Joni's going to pick up a $5 win right there. Kojaks, we run a little different blind game structures here than most areas in Texas. We run a 5 on the button. No small blind, no big blind. A lot of people think that only one blind does not provide plenty of action. However, at Kojaks, we prove every one of them naysayers wrong. 5 on the button provides all kind of actions. Pots average hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. The other night, we had several large pots over $9,000 on the 5 on the button game. The longer the game goes, the deeper the game gets. Action's over on Ron. He looks down at Jack Spade, 8 heart. He's going to raise it up to $35. Carrie's going to let go at 9-6. Jeff's going to fold King 3 off. Billy's going to make the call with 44. So we got heads up action, $85 in the pot. 4-4 versus Jack 8. Let's see what the crusher does here. Flop comes out. Ace of diamonds, 9 of hearts, Queen of spades. No help. Check, check. Turn card comes a 3 of hearts. That should put a little bet out there, but neither one. Check, check. River card comes a 10. That gives Ron the queen high straight. He's first to act. He checks it. Billy, let's see if he falls for it. He says, no, I don't fall for it. Ron says straight, and judging by Billy's laugh, he says, you got it. So up here at Kojaks, we do have the 5 on the button going. Let's see if I can get Mikey to come in the booth real quick and help me out for just 1 second. Action moves on over to Robert Worsham. He looks down at Queen 5 offsuit. He's going to let it go. Alex is on the button. Hadn't even touched his card. She likes to see all the action before he makes his decision. Joni looks down at Queen 9 off. We just saw Robert fold one. She's going to fold a queen. She's going to call the $5. Ron looks down at Acey Deucey. Makes the $5 call. Jeff's probably going to raise this with Ace King. Big slick. Always looks beautiful. And we got to raise up to $55. So no action for the Ace King. Everybody goes fold, fold. $70 pot goes right over to Mr. Jeff Barnett, who took the loss to Eric Blank's Aces, $960 pot on the first hand. So we've got almost every player at $1,000. Carrie's at $920. Alex is at $985. Everyone else is over $1,000. So normally our no limit hold'em 5 on the button tables allow a $200 to $800 buy-in. However, for the live stream game, we have upped that a little bit from $500 to $1,500 or 70% of the largest stack. So as the night goes along, you've got Charlie here for 3 hours of nonstop talking. So as the stacks get deeper, the pots will get bigger. Joni looks down at King, Queen offsuit. She's going to call the $5. Ron lets go of 4 deuce offsuit. Carrie lets go of 9-7. Jeff's going to probably make the call. He loves suited cards. Queen 3 of clubs is a call. Action folds all the way around over to the button. Over to Billy. Sorry, Jeff raised it. I didn't even see that. Or Billy raised it. Billy's going to... Oh, no. They just confused me all around. Billy's going to raise it up to $50. It's going to go call. So 3-way action, $155 in the pot. They've got $3,700 amongst them. Effective stack. Flop comes out 10, 6, 10. Billy flops the absolute world right there with a whole bunch of 10s. We are now heads up. So the flop is out 10, 6, 10. Turn card is a king. So that gives Joni the big pair. Billy's going to bet $200. So Joni leads out with $80. Billy raises to $200. Joni makes the $120 call. River card comes out, a 9 of spades. That's going to give Billy the win with trip tens. He's calculating right now how much he can get out of Miss Joni. He thinks $200 is appropriate since he bet that on the turn. Let's see if Joni falls for this, though. $755 on the pot. It's not showing the flop on that board for some reason, but we know it's 10, 6, 10. It looks like Joni does make the call. And as we look down at the board, it is 10, 6, 10, King 9. Chip count update. Billy's now your chip leader with almost $3,000. Joni took a hefty little hit there. She's down to $810. But if anybody can get it back, Miss Joni is the one that can quickly get it back. Button moves over from Robert to Miss Joni. She's got 5 on the button. And as you see right there, that $10 out there means we do have a live straddle. We allow forward straddles at Kojaks, and that induces action for all the players. As you can see right there, beyond that blank seat between Mr. Steven and Carrie, we have our Winter Mini Series posted. Our Winter Mini Series starts this Tuesday. Tuesday night, we have a PLO tournament, $300 PLO tournament. On Wednesday night, we have a $500 Big O tournament. On Thursday night, we have 2 tournaments for you. $1,000 No Limit Hold'em High Roller and a $300 No Limit Hold'em Bounty tournament. On Friday, Saturday, we have days 1A, 1B, 1C of our $40,000 guaranteed main events. Sunday, we have day 2 starting at noon. We also have a Second Chance No Limit Hold'em Turbo $200 entry tournament. So out at Kojaks at the top of every hour, we will be running satellites, $175, 6 players into the high roller. We will be running 9 players, $45 into the $400 guaranteed tournament. Every hour, starting on the hour, we're running satellites, single table satellites to them. 3-way action. Flipping back over to this hand, $140 in the pot. Ace, King, Queen comes out on the flop. Gives Steven a gut shot to a jack. It gives Eric a 10 to a gut shot Broadway, both of them. Not much help from Miss Carrie out there. Steven does have top pair. He's setting 85% to win. Or Eric's setting 85% to win. And he's not shy. When he's got it, he's betting it. He bets $105 into a $140 pot. It's going to be a quick fold there. It's going to be a $95 profit for Mr. Los Angeles Dodgers sitting in seat number 2. Quick little update of the chip count right there. 800, 875, 960 for Joni, Carrie, and Steven. Alex is at 985. Jeff, Robert, Ron, Eric, and Billy are all over $1,000, with Billy being right at $3,000. We notice there's no table set next to Billy. That means he has not ordered his Papa John's specialty pizza, which he does every live game. So at Kojaks, when we do live Saturday night at Kojaks, we have 1 week of 5 on the button. Next week, we go to 10 on the button round of each. The next week, we go 5 on the button hold'em. So we rotate them all so everyone has a chance. Mr. Ron is going to be folding Queen of Hearts, Jack of Diamonds. He's not going to be happy when he sees that. That's always a fun hand to play. Got to be at the table to play it. Billy looks down at 10-9 offsuit. He's going to raise it up to $20. Eric's not going to be able to do much, though, with Jack of Spades, 3 of Clubs. Action's going to fold around, and we are now heads up. It is Mr. Padilla with 9-6, and he's going to make the call. Oh, he's going to 3-bet that action. Holy cow. That tells you what type of table we're going to have tonight. So we've got Steven Padilla 3-betting with 9-6 offsuit, and Billy calling with 10-9. Flop comes out, 3 of spades, 8 of hearts, ace of diamonds. Billy's going to be first act. He's going to check, and Padilla's going to chunk. Looks like $300 almost out there. $150, I just can't count. $150 out there, and Billy's going to muck his cards instantly. If that's any indication of what type of action we're going to have tonight, it is going to be a fun-filled night. Heading around to hand number 4. Billy looks down at King 9 offsuit. He's going to raise it up to $15. Doesn't look like anybody has anything to defend with, except for Ron, who still doesn't seem to be at the table. Flop comes out, Jack 5-3, little Motown, and my favorite hand on the flop, 5-3, three-way action. King 9 versus King 9 versus Ace 6. Ace 6 is in a big lead.
Hello everybody, back to the action. You've got Mr. Michael Lopez here in the booth. I'm here while Charlie's on a little lunch or dinner break, as you might call it. It's lunch for us because, you know, we live on those night owl hours. But as you can see here, Billy is up quite a lot. I think that was due to a pot with,
With John, with Steve, no, with Joni.
Joni. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's no stranger to action, that Joni. Well, all of this table you might construe as a sort of tighter players, but really, you know, I think due to the fact that they all have a bit of a tighter image, we'll get some action because there's going to be a lot of action from Billy. I'm assuming he knows he can
Push him around a little bit.
push him around a little bit, do some bullying, which is going to lead to a better table image for the later hands of the night. So. Early aggression is going to be good for him. Eric's going to raise it up here with Queen Jack of Hearts.
We don't want to see any hearts out there, do we?
No,
Not for Billy.
not for Billy, because he's going to call from the button almost assuredly. And then we got 9-8 in there from Joni. She's going to flop an 8 with a gutter, and Mr. Eric's going to flop top pair, queen kicker. Billy's going to come up short with bottom pair. Eric's going to bet his top pair. $35. We'll see if Joni's going to stick around. She is with her middle pair and the gutter as well. And Billy's out of there. He doesn't have many outs going forward. Hopefully a 3 doesn't come out. Ace on the turn, so that's going to get a little scary for Mr. Eric. Joni could be easily calling with any Ace X, but I don't think he's going to slow down just yet. He's going to go ahead and lead out for 60. Joni still got her pair in her gutter.
Oh, I'd love to see Joni raise at that point. She didn't do it, but I'd love to see her raise at that point.
No gutter for her. It's going to come up a king, which isn't going to help.
That's a scare card, though.
Yeah,
I bet it goes
absolutely
check, check.
Yep, check, check. So Eric's going to take it down with top pair, queen kicker. And so, nice little pot for Eric there. We've got it looks like back there I've got a tournament player to pay out.
All right.
So I will be back in just a moment.
About to do a little dealer change, get the crusher off the table. Looks like we might be bringing Josh Dent into this table. All of our dealers here at Kojaks are multi-versed on the games that they can deal. We offer all games here at Kojaks. Any game that you can think of that can be played in a Texas card room can be played here. Action moves around. Joni's going to call with ace-4 suited. 2 deuces go in the muck from Steven. 7 deuce goes in the muck. Billy looks down at 9-8 suited. Looks like he might be raising it up to $15 from the button. Eric's going to let it go. Joni's going to call that 10. We got heads up action. 9-8 suited versus ace-4 suited. Flop comes out. Ace, 7, ace. And Billy is done with the hand at this point. Check, check. Turn card comes a queen. Check from Joni. She's trying to deuce a little bet. Billy's putting a filler out there. Looks like $20. If Joni raises right here or calls right here, that's Billy shut down right there. That's his protection bet, so he doesn't get anything on the river. If Joni bets on the river, no matter the card, it's going to get a fold from Billy. Joni checks. She played this hand very well. She checked it again. Billy leads out with $45. I can see Joni completely raising right here. But it looks like she's just going to make the call, and he's going to say, you got it. She's going to flip over the ace, and he's going to see that. All he can say right there is, well played, Joni. Way to play patiently. And that's the dangerous thing about Joni, is she can play sneaky poker just like that. Next thing you know, she's got all your chips. Joni pulls in a nice little $165 pot. There's Mr. Basil right there. Basil was going to be on this table. As you can tell, he's wearing the Superman shirt, making his round around the table. He was still in the tournament, so we did have to give away his seat. So he will be one of the first ones up on the live stream when a seat does open. New dealer coming in. It was not Josh Dent. This time it is Mr. Richard Tennyson. He's one of our alum that's been here since day one. Him and the gentleman sitting with a tablet next to him have both been here since day one. Basil's sitting down pretending he's going to play Ron Stack. Miss Carrie being super sweet, putting Ron's cards on there so they can be read and we can get the correct percentages on the hands. Robert looks down in first position under the gun at 44. He's going to make the call. Joni makes the call. Carrie's going to raise it up with ace-queen offsuit to $20. Eric's going to call it up with 66. So we've got two pocket pairs in this hand. Alex looks down at king 3 offsuit, and he's going to let it go back around. It's going to go call. So we've got four-way action. $85 in the pot. Comes out 9 of clubs, king of diamonds, 10 of hearts. Checks around, 3 of spades on the turn. Doesn't help anybody. The pocket sixes is way out in front right now, but the ace queen likes the ace, likes the queen, and likes the jack draws, so she's going to bet it up $15. Pocket sixes from Eric Blank get out of there. Robert's going to make the calls with pocket 4, and he is correct right now. He now has the best hand since the sixes got out of the way. River card on its way, a 5 of hearts. The sixes would have been the winning hand. However, now that they're gone, Robert's 4s are the winner. And Carrie shakes her head. Yes, she knew it. She knew what was coming. But she's no stranger to action. She's not scared of these boys out here. It's what I do enjoy about the ladies that do play poker at Kojaks. They put the men in their place. Last week we saw Miss Debbie Hinton sit down at this table, and she just straight whipped up on the boys. Quick update of the chip count. Billy's at 2,800, Eric 17, Robert 15, Ron and Jeff at 11, Steven at 1,000, Alex, Carrie, and Joni are just below $1,000. Absolutely appreciate Mikey walking in here. I did scarf a chili cheese dog, and that would be probably my breakfast since we'll be open till 4 a.m. at Kojaks. 4 a.m. So as long as we got players playing, we'll be here in the seats ready for y'all to play. Looking down, Jack 6 of hearts. Mr. Ron Mann loves playing suited cards. He's going to raise it up to $15 right behind him. Carrie with the old highway speed limit 55 makes the call. Mr. Barnhart with the Jack 9 offsuit makes the call. So we've got 3-way action with $50 in the pot. Flop comes out 8, 9, 10. That's got Jeff Barnett written all over it. He's got middle pair, straight draw. Ron's got straight draw. Carrie's got a lot of praying to do. Jeff's going to lead out with $20. Carrie's going to fold. Ron's going to make the call. Turn card comes out. A jack. That's not good. That is not good. Jeff turned 2 pair, 92% to win. Ron's so far behind, and he's going to lead out with $35. Ron's hoping for 10, and it does not come, so it comes an ace. Ron's going to throw out $50. That's going to be enough to not get a raise from Jeff, just a call. He's going to see the 2 pair from Mr. Jeff, and he's going to throw his cards on there face down so nobody can see that he had that jack. And just like that, $260 makes its way over to Jeff, who took that first hand loss to Mr. Eric Blank's aces. And he's going to stack up some chips and build them on up. Tomorrow is Sunday, January the 17th. And we've got a no limit hold'em bounty tournament. $200 gets you $15,000 in chips. And a $50 bounty. Special guest walking into the booth right now, Mr. Basil Leyva.
What's up, players?
Hold up, we got to let everybody see him. What's up, Basil?
What's up, my brother?
He was on the list for this table. However, he's still in the tournament, the Deep Stack tournament. It's got $8,000 in the prize pool. He's fighting for the point series for first place. Knock Donnie out. Donnie's in first place. He can overtake him tonight, can't you?
That's right.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
If I get first.
Let's flip on over and look at this hand. And just like that, that hand is over.
Who's doing good right now?
So right now, Billy's up. Billy bought in for $1,500. He's up to $3,000. He got into a good pot with Joni.
Yeah.
And took $1,000 from Joni. And first hand of the night was a $960 hand between seat number 1, Jeff Barnhart, and seat number 3, Eric Blank. Jeff Barnhart had the second nut flush and top pair draw. Eric Blank had pocket aces, and the aces actually held up. That doesn't usually happen at Kojak's, does it?
I bet it's the suit. Oh, yeah. I bet it's the suit.
Yeah, it's a suit. Billy's looking fresh, sitting right over there.
Billy's looking PIMP tonight.
Absolutely, he doesn't ever come in here unless he looks good. Hey, speaking of looking fresh, how you like these shoes, man?
Oh man, I noticed them earlier, bro.
I had to
you're pimping.
I had to look nice too. I had to wear some sharp shoes tonight.
You're pimping.
Thank you.
Hey, look.
Heck yeah!
That's on there, baby.
Let's get it. One quick look at Basil's shoes.
Whoa!
Basil's always looking fresh too in here. So we've got a raise to $30 by Alex Cruz with the Basil, the Jack 10 suited. Joni right behind it calls with Ace 5 of clubs. Kerry makes the call with Queen 6 of spades, and behind that Jeff makes the call with Jack 4 clubs.
Oh my God! Look at the flop.
Flop comes out. Ace, Queen, 10. We've got no straight jaw, but Alex picks up a pair of 10s. Kerry picks up a pair of queens. She's in the lead, but we've got all kinds of straight draws out there. Joni has an ace. She is in the lead. It comes down to Joni and Alex. Alex has a 10 with a straight draw. Joni's got top pair. Let's see what holds here. Bet is $60. Action's now on Alex. Is he going to make the call? Alex has 6 outs to hit, and he does let it go. He knows that 6 outs is not good enough to make the call of $60, so he does let it go. Joni pulls in her second win of the night. The ladies are being sneaky out there playing.
You know I would have played that hand.
Oh, absolutely. That's the Basil. That's what we call it on live air. Ladies and gentlemen, I do have to let Basil get back to his seat because he's got about 1 minute and 20 seconds left in his break.
Thank you, Charlie.
Basil, win that tournament.
I'm going to try, brother.
Win that tournament, Basil. Mikey's telling you, let's go, buddy. So moving on to, I think, hand number 8 of the night. As you can always tell, Basil's one of our most favorite people in the world. He's here every single day playing, supporting us. A lot of his clothes, he's a walking sponsor of Kojak's. And if you know Basil the way we do, you know he's actually a GGTK, a good guy to know. He would be at that table, but he's still playing in the tournament. Moving over to, I think, hand number 10, maybe? Oh, and just like that, everybody folds. Action moves around to Ron on the button. Oh, so we had a straddle for 10. Carrie's got King 8, and she straddles to 10. Ron makes the call. Three-way action. And look at this. Ron's got 4-3. Jeff's got a 7. Carrie's got an 8. And the flop comes 4, 5, 6. So a 3 gives Jeff the straight. A 7 gives Carrie the straight. And Ron the straight. 7 be a devastating card for Ron. So we got a bet of $60. And a call. Carrie's going to get out of the way. Turn card comes a 2. So that does give Ron the nuts of the hand. The second nuts, but he gets the nuts of the hand. Jeff's right behind him. Jeff's looking for a 7 or 8. He's not going to make it because Ron's going to lead out and bet $125. And he shows that he's got the goods right there. He's going to pull in the pot. Those little blue chips are tip chips for our dealers. All cash that's on our poker tables at Kojak's stays in play for all players to win. That's part of the penal code so we can stay legal. All chips must be in fair play for all players. So they cannot tip with those chips. Button moves around to Miss Carrie. She's smiling, talking mean to somebody, and Ron's over there giggling with her. She's saying, I would have had that, I bet. And she says, oh, sure. If you guys don't know Carrie, she is a sweetheart. Button moves around her. We're on hand number 19. That was I told you guys I couldn't count. A little off on my count. Under the gun, Mr. Jeff Barnett in seat 1 is going to look down at 10-3, and he's going to think that belongs in the muck where it does. Billy looks down at ace 10. He's going to raise it up to $20. And it's going to be a quick fold to Joni with Acey Deucey. She's going to call the 20. Back around to Carrie on the button with 7-6 off suit. She's going to make the call. She loves those connectors. So we got ace 10, ace deuce, and 7-6. Flop comes out. Flop comes out. King of spades, 9 of clubs, 7 of spades, 2 spades. We've got 2 players with backdoor spades in their hand. Action checks around to Carrie, who's going to bet $10 with bottom pair. Billy's going to make the call with all kinds of backdoor draws. Joni's going to make the call. Turn card comes an ace of spades. That's going to pair up both Billy and Joni. I think at this point, Carrie's going to realize that her pair of 7s is way behind. Billy's going to lead out with $25. Joni's going to make the fold. Carrie's going to make the fold. Joni folded an ace right there, which was the appropriate play because Billy's ace 10 was dominating. And just because it's the ladies, like we said last week, Billy will show a lady his hand. Won't show the guys. Likes to say tricky, just keeps them face down. Updated the quick update of the chip count. Billy 2,800, Eric 1,700, Robert, Jeff 15 and 11, Ron 1,000, Steven 1,000, and it goes right below 1,000 on down from there. Hand number 20 coming up. We have made 2 orbits around the table. Under the gun's going to be Billy. He throws out $10. That's a $10 straddle. 5 on the button, $10 straddle. He's going to have King Deuce. He can't really do much with that, but he's really good with defending his hands. Both Eric and Alex fold their cards. Actions around over to Joni. She calls the 5, but she's quickly told it's a $10 straddle, so she throws 5 more in. Padilla likes his hand. He's going to raise it up to 2 green chips. He's going to raise it up to $50. He's got the Kojak, the King Jack. Ron right behind him folds King 10. I couldn't tell if that was suited or not. But just like that $50 raise, that shows you that the players are here to play. Everyone's going to lay it down. And Steven's going to pick up a $75 pot. Making money is as easy as that. Joni's down to $710, Carrie's at $880, and Alex is at $950. Everybody else is over $1,000, with Eric creeping on $2,000 and Billy creeping up to $3,000. Eric looks down into the gun at 9-4. He's not going to like that. Alex is going to let go of his hand. Mr. Robert is going to make the raise to $15. He's got the Basil suited. Joni right behind him has got a little 44 action. She's going to call it 15. Folds over to Mr. Ron Mann. He must like his cards because he spent some extra time to get those bad boys read. Carrie's going to let it go. Ron's got Jack 7 offsuit. Jeff's going to make the call from seat 1 with Queen 6 suited. Billy's going to let go of his button. Flop comes out. Slot machine 888. 888. Joni flops a boat, and she's going to throw out $15 and say, hey, I've got a boat right out the get, or she throws out 25, excuse me. She's going to say, hey, I have a boat right out the get-go, and I don't think anybody's going to make this call and play with her. They don't, so she pulls in a $90 pot just like that. Do want to see and flip over to see these V-pips real quick if I can. So just judging by the V-pip, who would you think has the highest V-pip voluntary put in pot? That's going to actually be Miss Joni. She's played quite a few hands from the get-go here. Pre-flop raises though, Billy does lead by double. He's got 28% pre-flop raise. Jeff, Eric, Steven, and Carrie are setting at 14%. Aggression frequency, Billy's leading the action at 48%. And Alex is at a 4% VPIP. He has not had any cards he can play. As we look down at it, Billy, Eric, only people down. Joni's down $500. Jeff's down $400. And Carrie is down $120. Jeff's down $435. Sorry, I missed that one. But back over to the action here. Ron's got 9 deuce unsuited. He's going to let it go. We haven't seen the big hands that we normally see here, though. So we've got Jeff versus Eric. King 8 versus Ace 6. Flop comes out 3, Queen 3. Check, check. Deuce on the turn. And 8 on the river is going to give Jeff the best hand against Eric. Let's see what happens here. Check, check. And just like that, Jeff picks up a quick $80 win. So we are about to go live with our 30-minute delay here. Button moves on around to Alex Cruz. 5 on the button. Action folds all the way around to Mr. Ron. He's going to call 5 with Queen 9. Carrie's got Queen 8. She calls the 5. Jeff's going to let go of 9 deuce. Billy's going to let go 8-4. Eric's going to let go 8-6. And Alex looks down at 7-7. Action's on him. He's got raisin chips in his hand. Look like he's going to raise it up to $30. Over to Ron. Ron's going to make the call. Carrie's going to make the call. So we've got $75 in the pot. Flop comes out. Ace, 3, ace. Nobody's got any of that, but Alex has the best hand. He's setting 3-1 to win. Think this is going to be the one. It's going to go check, check, check. Nope, check, check to Alex. He's going to bet $35. 45, sorry, 45. And that's going to be the scenario of the first to bet is the first to win. And however, he's betting with the best hand of it, though. Padilla returned to the table with some water and peanuts. Favorite snack by most of the poker players here. If you haven't headed out to Kojak's, we do have snacks on the house for you guys. Water, soda, snacks as we walk around and ask everyone. Button moves on around to Mr. Robert. And sorry, we're having a little difficulties with the camera on the left side. We will get that corrected once again. The camera on seat 1, 2, and 3. We'll get that fixed as soon as possible. Jeff looks down at Ace 10, and now we are heads up just like that. Ace 10 versus Jack 7, and it doesn't even make it to the flop. Jack 7's going to let it go. Jeff's going to pick up a nice little pot with Ace 10 suited. As you can see in the background right there, that's Mr. Basil. We are on hand number 25. Joni is the dealer. Ron's going to look down at 8, 4 offsuit. Actions on him. Straddled to 10 by Stephen Padilla. Ron's going to let it go. Carrie's going to muck 7, 6. Jeff's going to muck Jack 4. Billy likes his cards, Queen 9 suited, so he's going to raise her on up. Looks like the $20 to $30. Action's going to fold around to Joni, who's got Ace Queen, big hand on the button. She's going to make the call of $30. Over on Steven with Jack 9. He's $15. Makes his bet complete. He's going to make the call. 3-way action. $90 in the pot. Flop's going to come out. 3, 6, 9. Steven Padilla picks up the second best of it with Billy picking up the best of it with top pair, the queens. Let's see what happens here. Padilla checks first. Billy bets 55. Oh, I'm sorry. Joni's got Ace Queen. I didn't even see she picked up the best of it. So everybody got a piece of that. Joni right behind makes the call. Turn card comes out at 10 of spades. 3 spades on the board. No spades in anyone's hands. It goes check, 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 check. Joni flips over Ace Queen. And we got a winner, chicken dinner. V-Pip voluntarily put in pot. Joni's at 56, Carrie's at 48. That shows you right there. Ladies are not afraid to play here. Both ladies are leading the voluntarily put in pot. Wow. The ladies are leading it tonight. Big winner right now is Billy at the table, sitting at almost $2,800. We've got the Crusher live in the booth with us.
Hi.
Thank you to our sponsors, Kojak's Poker Club. Shout out to Chris Murray for that one right there. Moving over to hand number 25. Hand number 25. Looking at the action tracker, Jeff's now only down $385. Joni's only down $410. Carrie's down $450. Ron's only down $10. We've got some big winners though. Big winners already. Billy's already doubled up. What do we got going here? We've got a 5 on the button. Okay, welcome Kojak's, where action takes place. We got 5 on the button. Steven's got the 5 out. Ron Mann's got the straddle to 10. Carrie's got the straddle to 20. Jeff Barnett's got the straddle for 40. And Billy is asking if he can straddle to 80 right now. And the cards are already out, so I don't think they're going to let him. No, they're not. So he's going to be first to look down at his cards. $40 to play this hand. Welcome to Kojak's. If you're calling 5, you're calling 40. Look, moves around to Mr. Robert, who's going to call $40. Joni right behind him with Queen Jack. With Queen Jack's going to make the call. Come on in. Queen Jack going to make the call of $40. Right behind that, Ron makes the call of 30. Carrie with A6 going to make the call. So we've got 5-way action. $205 in the pot. Flop comes out. 7 of spades, Jack of clubs, 3 of clubs. We've got double clubs on the board. Robert looks to have a couple clubs in his hand. He's sitting 35% from the hijack seat. Flopping the best of it is going to be Joni, though, with a jack. Action checks around to Robert. Action checks around to Robert, who's going to bet 60. Joni's going to make the call. Robert's got the gut shot, or not the gut shot, but he's got the club draw. Ron makes a call with King 7, middle pair. 2 of hearts on the turn, $385 in the pot. Ron's got first action. He does make the check. Robert makes the check. Action's now on Joni. She's going to lead out for, it looks like $65, maybe $70. $70 is the bet. Ron is a non-believer over there with middle pair. He's going to call the $70, and I think that's going to get Robert to call also, making the money just right. Robert does make the call. We've now got $600 in the pot. River card comes, a 6 of spades, no help for Robert. That's going to give the hand to Joni. Check, check. Action's over to Joni. She just checks and flips it over. So hand goes to them. Once again, Kojaks, you're calling $5. You're calling $30. We've got 5-way action to the flop. $250 in the pot, and we have not even seen the flop. Flop comes out 10-10-4, 10-10-4. Joni's going to flop the best of it, setting about 50% to win. But there's all kinds of overcards of her 7s. Actually, every person in the pot has an overcard to her 7. Action checks around to Alex, who's going to bet $75. That's a strong bet right there. And Joni is a non-believer to his King Jack. She's going to make the call of $75, and it's going to be heads-up action with $400 in the pot. Turn card comes out, an 8 of hearts. Let's see if Alex continues here. He's going to check. Joni's going to check right behind him. So on to the river, we've got a 9 of hearts. Can he check again? Can he? I bet a bet right here might win the pot from Joni, and that's kind of what he's trying to evaluate right now. Alex is counting out chips as we talk. And he's putting a nice little stack out there. Looks to be right around $80 to $100. It's a strong bet, and there's a lot of over. Oh, I'm just kidding. Like I said, I can't count. $80, I'm at $375. Strong bet by Alex. He's not going to show his bluff right there, and Joni's going to let him have it. She's going to let him have the best hand. As we say go bye. As we say goodbye to Lindsay Lou as she heads out. Bye, Lindsay. Bye, Lindsay. She's going to head out to break some dreams and crush some hearts. Alex picks up a nice $400 pot right there with a huge bluff on the river. Very well played. Hand number 28. Hand number 28. Jeff Barnett looks down at 10-5. He's going to let it go. Ace-5 is going to be gone, but Ace-Jack suited is going to be raised up to $25. Kerry looks down at 4 deuce, going to fold it, so Ace-Jack only goes that far. Going to be a winner of the $5 on the button. Got a dealer change. Mr. Tennyson is heading to one of our other 2 tables that are running while Cody sits down. Cody comes to us from the Venetian. Very well-trained dealer. Had some surgery on his hand last week. But he is back in action, ready to go tonight. Look, updated the chip count. Billy 2,700. Eric at 17. Robert and Alex at 13. Joni at 12. Jeff at 11. And then on down the list from right there. So as we come to the end of a work week, it's bringing us to the beginning of our weekly series coming up. Our mini series, our point series tournaments end tomorrow. So if you're right there in the runnings, make sure you have the final chance to make the final table, which starts Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. We've got 62 hours up for grabs for first place, plus around $3,000 in cash for the table to win. Action folds around to Joni. Joni's going to make the call with 7-5 suited. Eric's going to raise it up with ace-deuce suited to $30. Alex on the button with 7-6 is going to make the call. Only 25 more, which means Joni's going to make the call too. 3-way action. $90 in the pot. Flop comes out. Queen of diamonds, 10 of clubs, 8 of spades. That gives a straight draw for Alex. 6 on the turn gives Alex a pair, gives Joni the straight draw also now. 4 gives Joni the nuts. A 9 gives Alex the nuts. A 5 gives Alex the nuts, and an ace or a club puts Eric in the lead, and he's going to take that, and he's going to bet $45 on that. He's got all kinds of outs, ace or any club. He's going to bet 45. Alex is going to make the call with a 6. Joni's going to make the call from right behind with a 7-5 suited. 4 or 9 gives Joni the straight. 8 of diamonds on the turn gives Alex the check mark, but can he last through it? I think the first to bet right here is going to be the first to win. First on Joni. She's going to check it. Eric's going to check it. Let's see if Alex can bet again. Eric's not going to check it. He's going to lead out with a $90. $90. Call right here from Alex would be an insanely good call. The only way that he can call this is if he believes Eric had a gut shot and missed it, or if he believes that he had a club draw and missed it. Alex is the type of caliber of player that can make this call. So, Joni makes the fold, and Eric's going to pick up the pot after Alex does that, after he does it. Button moves around. We are on already we are on hand number 31. Just like that. That's how fast Hold'em rolls on around. Button's over on Mr. Robert. First to act is Joni. She's got an ace, so she might be calling the 5 with ace. She does like playing aces. And when I say aces, there doesn't have to be 2 of them in there. She just likes her ace. So I want to definitely say thank you to all the players that are watching tonight. We've got about 23 players on Facebook watching. We've got about 17 on YouTube and about 17 on Twitch watching. Thank you to all. Welcome, Mr. Duplantis. You'll see that in 30 minutes. So if you're calling 5, you're calling 30, but Alex is going to 3-bet it up to $150. And Ron makes the call. Ron makes the $120 call with Queen 7 suited. That's going to make, Billy's not going to make it. I'm surprised there. So we've got heads up action, $370 in the 3-bet pot. Queen 7 suited versus pocket 10s. Flop comes out 3 of clubs, king of diamonds, and 4 of hearts. Ron is going to be first to act. He's going to check it. Action's over on Alex. Alex is going to put out a bet of $90. 3-bet to $150, and he c-bets with 90. That's a little fishy right there. He's just betting that Mr. Ron does not have a king. I would like to see an all-in push right here by Ron because he couldn't call that. And it looks like Ron raised it to $190. What a play by Ron right here. He's saying, I have ace-king. Alex is going to make the call. Turn card comes a 7 of clubs. First action on Ron. Ron goes all in for $430. What a move. What a move right here. He's saying, I have ace-king, is what he's saying. Let's see if Alex can believe it. And it looks like Alex pushes his cards in. Alex makes the fold. What a move by Ron. Great move right there. You get the clap for me. We need some sound effects in here so we can make it sound like somebody just hit a home run, because that's what Ron did right there. He stole that pot right out from underneath Alex. Man, welcome to Kojaks, where poker is live. Going to respond to one of these members on, or people at I can't even talk. We're going to respond to some people in our live feed real quick. We got Mr. Richard wondering how it works at Kojaks. Moving on over, Carrie looks down at Ace Jack. She's going to raise it up to $20. Jeff in seat 1 calls. Billy in seat number 2 is going to raise it on up to $130. Joni looks down at pocket 7s. This hand's going to get very interesting really fast. She makes the call. She folded 7s earlier, which were the best hand. So she makes the call. $120 to Steven sitting with 6 deuce. He's not going to make the call. Ron's going to fold his basil. Jack 10's in the muck. Carrie looks down. Carrie makes the call. Billy, oh my goodness gracious. Does Jeff make the call out of seat 1? Yes, Jeff makes the call. If you're calling $5, you're calling $130 at Kojaks. Welcome to our 5 on the button game. We've got 5 players, $680 in the flop. Flop comes out, King, Queen, 9, and Ron folded the Jack 10. He would have folded the nuts. It checks, or sorry, King 9-9. Sorry, I misread that. King 9-9 is the flop. Joni, once again, flops the best hand. However, Jeff's got the flush draw. Action's going to check around. Jeff's going to go all in, and he's going to win it all. Wow. 4 hearts on the turn. Carrie had the nut flush draw in her hand, and she lets it go. And just like that, Jeff's up to $1,600. He is now up for the night. As you can see, Miss Amanda R. Brush walking on through. Her and Heather are our 2 brushes we have at Kojaks. She's exceptionally great with picking up orders. Our members place orders of food and she goes and picks it up. She runs chips. She runs time for all the players. We've got an amazing staff at Kojaks. There's Amanda walking by right there. And as you can tell, I think she just walked right into that chair. She's turning on some music for our members. We like to keep everybody happy here. 5 on the button. Ron's going to make a straddle. Nope, he's going to call the 5. Nope, he does. He raises to $10. Carrie right behind him looks down at 8-7 suited. She's holding her head like she just does not know how to play this. She makes the call of $5. Jeff's going to look down at 4-5 suited. Hearts are going to be a problem this time because we've got 5 of them right here in hands. Jeff's going to raise it up to $10. Fold around to Alex. He's going to call the 10. Robert's going to call the 10. Joni's going to call the 10. Steven's going to 3-bet it to $55. We have way too many people in the pot. He says 2, 4, 6, 7 people in the pot. He's going to raise it up to $55. Ron with Jack 9 offsuit makes the call. Carrie makes the call. 8-7 suited. Jeff is going to make the call. Alex makes the call. I don't see how anybody folds at this point right here. So 7 players, $385 in the pot. 7 players, $385 in the pot. Flop comes out, Queen, Ace, 6, just like that. Steven's got the lead. We've got no club draws out there. We've got, Steven's got everything. He's got the Ace of Clubs. He's got the King of Clubs. He's got everything. He goes all in for $990. And as fast as that 900 can move into the pot is as fast as the 6 other players are going to fold their hands. And just like that, it is gone. So we've been seeing 2 bets, 3 bets like crazy here. Raised to $20. Joni calls it $20. Ron's going to raise it up with Ace 4 suited to $70. Carrie's going to make the call. It was only $60 to her with Jack 9 offsuit. Cruz looks like he just went all in. No, he did not. He raised it. He 3-bet it. Let's see what he bumped the pot up to. Quick little count out by Cody right there. We got hand number 35. We're an hour and 15 minutes into it. Hand number 35. So we've got three-way action, $90 in the pot, raised to $30 pre-flop. Ace King versus King 7, weekend Jack 5 on Ron. Ron has showed you that he's not afraid to call a raise and make a big bluff. Flop comes out, Queen 10 6, 4 spades for Ron, Ace King for Eric. Eric leads out. Ron's going to make the quick call, $210 in the pot. The river card comes, Ace of Spades, giving Eric top pair, top kicker. However, that's Ron's money card. He's going to make the flush. Eric checks it. Ron's going to lead out with it. Looks around $100. I can't tell from that view right there. It is exactly $100. I think Eric actually makes this call right here. Moving on and on over to hand number 40. Cody gets the cards out in perfect fashion, just like a robot. He was taught very well. Action folds over to, looks like Eric, who may have sleeper straddle. We allow sleeper straddles here. Moves on over. Mr. Robert looks down at the Basil, calls the 10. Joni looks down at the Dolly Parton. She calls the 10. Mr. Padilla is going to raise it up to $60 with pocket jacks. Ron's got 2 overcards, ace, queen. He's going to make the call. Jeff's going to make the call with 10-9. Robert makes the call. Joni is going to let it go. So we've got 4-way action, $260 inside the pot. Flop comes out, 8, 8, queen. We've seen a lot of 8s on the flop. Steven picks up the second best. Now Ron has ace, queen. He's got trips. However, Robert right behind him has got a gut shot. Along with Jeff, a gut shot to the queen high straight. Steven's going to lead out with $90. Ron's going to raise it up to $290. Just like that, Ron's going to pick it up with the $200 raise. Quick look at the chip counts. Billy's got $2,500. Eric right behind him, $1,600. Ron and Jeff, $15. Robert and Steven at $12. And it goes on down the list from there. We're missing the silent cowboy sitting in seat 1 this week. Frankie is on vacation. So filling in that seat is Mr. Jeff Barnhart. Eric looks down at Jack 3 offsuit. That's going to go in the muck. Right behind him, Mr. Cruz, Queen 7's gone. Robert likes his ace 10. He's going to raise it up to $15. Joni, who's had a good amount of pocket pairs, She's got pocket fours this hand. She's going to call the $15. So we've got ace 10 versus pocket fours versus 9-8. Flop comes out. King of diamonds, jack of diamonds, deuce of spades. We've got the backdoor nut flush draw for Robert and the gut shot to Broadway for Robert. He's going to lead out with $40. That should be enough to take down the pot unless Joni gets sticky. And that's what she's doing. Is she raising or just grabbing calling chips? She calls the $40. That's got to be scary. So we're looking for any diamond and the queen on the turn for Robert. Billy might be grabbing raising chips here. Billy is really good in spots like this. Great at reading the table. He may know that Joni's got a middle pair. He looks like he has got $200 in his hand, but he's going to change his mind. He's going to let it go. So pre-flop, Robert raises 15. Joni calls. On the flop, Robert continued with $10. Joni calls on the turn. Robert checks. Turns a deuce of clubs. Joni checks right behind him. She's not going to get herself in trouble with a 10 on the river to give Robert the winning hand. He's going to check it. Joni's going to say, I've got pocket fours. He's going to say, I hit the river, the 10. He had all kinds of outs. Any ace, any 10, any queen. So he hits some of his outs right there. 3 aces, 3 10s, or 4 queens. Granted, nobody folded them. So he had 10 outs. Got one of them. As the button migrates on around the table, action Jackson at Kojaks. Looking like the making of a big pot. We've got a straddle by Joni to $10 with ace. She doesn't even know she's got ace jack suited right behind him. Steven calls a 10 with ace queen. Jeff calls with king 3. Billy calls with queen 9. Eric calls with 9-5. Action's now over to Alex. Alex is going to raise it up to $110 with queen 5 offsuit. We saw a pot get stolen from Alex when he had pocket 10s earlier, and this may be his get back, but however, he's got some big hands behind him. The two people that were right behind him have huge hands, ace jack and ace queen. They'll probably both be making the calls, which is going to pull Jeff in there, pull Billy in there, and pull Eric in there. So Billy folds. Jeff folds. I think Eric makes the call right here. 9-8 suited, that's a playable hand. He's picking up his chips off the cards, double checks them, and he's going to let him go. Every day they make a liar out of me. So we got three-way action, $360 in the pot. Ace Jack versus Ace Queen versus Queen 5. Flop comes out with 2 diamonds, giving Joni the quick lead. Steven's got Ace Queen. Alex has Queen 5. Right here, Joni, it checks over to Joni. She's not going to check her option. There's no reason she should check her option right there. She's setting 51% to win her hand. She bets out with $65. Alex, who raised pre-flop and got called by 2 other people, he's in a spot here. He's in a pickle. He knows she's got a big hand, and he looks down. He was trying to steal one pre-flop right there, and it didn't happen, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. He could come over the top right here. We know Joni's going to call because of the cards in her hand. She's going to be going to the river. And with Alex's analytical skills, he's going to be pushing right here. If he pushes right there, he knows she calls if she's got any of that. So he opts to just call because if she doesn't connect with a diamond, ace, or jack, he's going to be able to steal this. That's going to be the end of the hand for Alex right there. He knows that she's got an ace. Alex checks. Joni's going to lead out with... No, sir, that's around the corner. Leads out with $225, and just like that, Alex is going to fold. He needed different cards on the flop. They wanted to see the river card, and it would have been a 4 of spades. No bueno. Under the gun, Robert looks down at 10-10. He's going to raise it up to 15. Ron's going to 3-bet it with a pretty great hand. King, queen suited. He 3-bets it to $65. Alex looks down at 75 clubs. He's going to call a 60, and Robert's going to limp along. $195 in the pot. On the 5 on the button game, Miss Carey's getting up. Flop comes out, ace, jack. Those are the two that Joni had last hand. Ace, jack, 5. Gives Alex a pair of 5s. He's behind on the pocket 10s of Robert. And Ron's got a 10 for Broadway draw. Lots of diamonds out there, but as we can see in their hands, it's all black cards. So we're playing the cards, not the suits on this hand. Ron leads out with $80. Alex right behind makes the call. Alex actually has the best hand right now. He's setting 5 to 6 to win this hand. Ron's going to lead out. Ron stole the hand. So there's history here earlier. Ron stole the hand from Alex earlier with a big bluff. And that card right there is not going to do it for Ron. Let's see if he continues here. I think he's going to get called by Alex right there. He bets $100 on the river, $655 in the pot. Alex looks down. He's got bottom pair. He makes the call. What a call. That's the hand that's got history right there. And he's seen what he has, and he's not trying to slow roll him right there. He's just trying to figure out what he was betting with the whole way. And he sees that his pair of 5s was good. Welcome into the booth, Mr. Chris Gwynn. We're going to take a quick break for one hand. So joining us in the booth is Mr. Chris Gwynn, whose mind is the mind behind this table, and we have just gotten approval from Clyde to build a new table.
Yes, we have.
Oh, that's so exciting. He wants the pricing on it, so we're not going to say the lowest pricing because we're going to get you guys a nice table. This one right here was hand built by us, and we're gonna do something really nice for the stream, and we're gonna have some 1080p cameras for it. We're going to have, wish we could mic up the tables, but our players out in West Texas, their mouths are not very clean. So if we live stream it with a mic table, we definitely have to have a NC-17 rating on it. So coming to this hand right here, we've got a raise $20 by Jeff with King 10. We've got a 3-bet by Billy with Ace Jack. We've got a 4-bet by Robert with Ace Queen. Joni's going to let go of her Jack 9. Steven's going to definitely let go of his straddled 9-4. Jeff is probably going to make this $100 call. And right behind it, Billy's going to make the call. So we've got 3-way action. As soon as it clicks on Jeff making the call, we'll have the pot correct. Call, and just kidding. Billy did not call. Billy goes all in, and just like that, the hand's going to be over. Billy 3-bet it, and then he 5-bet it.
Yep.
I guess that's the way you do that. 3-bet, 5-bet, you automatically win the pot because they assume that you have 9-2 offsuit. Just kidding. He played it like he had aces and he won it like he has aces. As easy as 1, 2, 3. Coming in the booth right now is Miss Carrie. Come on in, Miss Carrie. You got to come say hi. Yes, she is. She is coming to say hi. And look at our new microphone right here. Mr. Chris Gwynn got us a new microphone. Hello.
Hey, I like it. We're all fancy now.
Yes, we are getting fancier and fancier. We've got the approval from Clyde to get the prices on a new table for the guys out there.
Yes, the mushroom.
Yes, the mushroom table. So she makes us happy. She is our rock here. So we're gonna flip back over and let you see the made for TV faces. Bye, Carrie. I didn't even get to say bye to her. So when that door opened, we also saw Paulo. So our cash games are getting juicy. You want to buy the cash game on the way here?
I briefly.
I bet there's a ton of chips out there. Hey, come on, Basil. How are you going to fold my favorite hand, brother? So action folds around, even though Basil folded the winner. 5-3 is always the winner. Jeff's going to look down at ace-6 offsuit. He makes the call. Robert makes the call. It looks like we have a straddle from Ron, and he does. He did straddle it to 10. So we've got 5-way action. 5-3 won't play, but 5-deuce will. Flop comes out. 2 clubs. Ace of clubs, 7 of clubs, queen of spades. And just like that, Joni picks up the best of it with ace-10. Jeff is right behind her with ace-6, and he's going to bet it. Joni's just going to call it. She's going to milk this one for all it's worth. Turn card comes out, a king of spades, puts a double flush draw out there, but as we can see, nobody's got any of that. Jeff's going to check. Joni's going to bet it, I think. Yes, she does. She bets $30, and Jeff's going to say la vie. C'est la vie. She gone. He gone. Billy walks back, dressed to impress, sits down in his suit. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Chris Gwynn for just one moment, and I'll be back. Mr. Chris, can you talk as much as me?
Probably not, but I would do the best I can for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I'm going to walk out and check on the 5 on the button tables, see how everybody's doing. I got to get out of here before I see any of the cards, so I'll be right back.
All right. Go take care of business.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Eric wakes up with pocket fives right there. Going to throw out a pretty good size raise. He doesn't really want anybody to come along. He's happy to take it down right there. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Eric's going to get out. Robert is going to come along. Looks like that may even be a bit of a raise. With pocket jacks, of course. Of course. Oh, it was just a call. We got a bunch of folding. A bunch of people that aren't interested in getting in this hand. And then Billy with one of each of their cards. That's kind of interesting. He's going to get out of the way too, though. And we'll see what flops. Eric tends to be somewhat aggressive after he has made an aggressive move, so he likes to do a continuation bet. I expect to see that here. Looks like that's what happened. Leads out for 80. Robert really has a decision to make here. Is he going to be aces? Is he concerned about an ace? Is he concerned about a queen? Really not a great flop for jacks. And he's going to make that call expecting that Eric doesn't have either an ace or a queen. Hoping that he's playing some smaller pair than a jack. That call pays off. As all of Eric's outs were folded pre-flop. And now you have to ask, is there any way that Eric can make this call? I really don't think there is. I really think he's just going to lay this one down because fives in that situation are just really not strong enough to make a call. And that one played out pretty much exactly the way you would expect it to. Jacks over 5, jacks holds up. Looks like we've got Josh in the box now. Looks like we've got a lot of action on the table, but it's taken a little bit to get it entered in. I understand that because I've been in that situation plenty of times, trying to catch up, trying to figure out what all the stuff is, making sure all your straddles are in, and etc. All right, so we've got pocket sixes in, pocket fours in. Ace 10 is going to make a raise.
Coming that way right this second.
Eric gets out of the way, but Joni makes the call. Pocket fours completely misses and folds to a bet. I don't know if you guys noticed or if maybe Charlie pointed it out, but Basil has now taken Carrie's old spot, so he's at the table. Basil's one of our regulars out here. Likes to come out and throw around some chips occasionally. One of Basil's favorite hands is Jack 10. So we'll see if he manages to pick that up tonight. Got a bunch of quick folds. Basil calls with the 8 deuce. Billy is probably going to raise with king queen. He does. And Jeff folds. I do want to point out that these players are pretty much playing. The action is pretty similar to what you would see on any of our tables. This is not something that we'd put out there to make it seem like there's more action than there really is. Like this is actual action that you might find on any particular table, any particular night. We haven't told these guys to be extra aggressive. We haven't told these guys to be extra coming along with it. They just get out there and like to play a little bit of poker. We had Carrie stick her head back in for just a second. I guess she's looking at some statistics, trying to see what all's going on in the game. And Billy coming back to the table. Basil made the call, and we can't really see his cards. I'm sure Mike's going to be on top of that and get that taken care of really quick. There they go. Pocket sixes. All right. We got Billy in with 8-2 suited. That looks like a really good bluff hand a little bit later, if the opportunity presents itself. And it didn't. So it goes heads up, pocket sixes versus queen 4 offsuit. And Basil flops the set. Gotta love that. Alex able to get away from second pair with a little bitty teeny tiny kicker. Robert folds a queen 5. Joni with the 10-3 is out. Steven with 10-2 is out. Ron with the ace 9 is going to make that call probably. There we go. Basil with the 3-4 is going to make the call. Nope, he folds. Jeff with the Jack 8 is out. Jeff with the Jack 8 calls. Billy's out. We're around to Alex with the Queen 5. His option, he's going to check it 3 ways to the flop. King 7 deuce gives Ron the best hand, but even that isn't especially great. Just the 9s. We get to the river. There we go. Looks like Terry Tucker just joined us from Amarillo. Welcome to the stream. All right, we got it with raise out of Jeff with 9-3 suited. 3-bet from Billy with King 10. Folds around. And Billy takes down a $35 pot or $35 profit. Oh, Basil's definitely going to be in with the King Queen. We got 9-6 suited. Robert makes a call. We're not sure what his cards are yet. Joni's in with Jack 3 offsuit, which seems a little off, but at the same time, she was already halfway there, so she's just kind of defending her blind at that point. Steven is going to raise it up. Looks like that was probably a straddle. Basil's coming along. Everybody else is going to fold. Steven probably has no idea how far behind he is right now. They both flop top pair. Turn is an ace, which doesn't really help anybody. And Steven's going to lead out with the top pair, and it really kind of puts a decision on Joni. Does Steven have an ace? Is that something? Or Basil, actually. Sorry, Joni's out. Basil has to decide. He's going to keep going. River comes a 4. Basil is happy to take down the pot just like it is. Jeff going to make the call with pocket 2s. There goes one of his outs in case he falls behind at any point in this hand. Alex is in. Everybody but Steven is out. Steven comes in with a queen 10. We got ace 5. Pocket deuces from Jeff. Let's see what this flop looks like and who it helps. Looks like we got a 3 out there. I can see on the board right now. 3, 5, 6. So Alex takes the lead. 5, 6, 7. Alex can't be very happy about that. Steven is going to take a shot at taking this down against 2 pairs. First pair goes away. That's the pocket deuces. But now Alex has a decision to make, and he is going to fold as well. Too much connectedness on that board. He does not like it. Basil folds. Jeff folds. Billy raises to 15 with an ace. Eric folds. Alex calls with connected cards. Robert folds. Joni folds. Stephen folds. Ron makes the call with King Jack offsuit. Ron flops the best of it. Alex caught a little bit of peace. He's going to go ahead and continue. Five comes out, doesn't help either player. Ron's going to bet it, and then Alex is going to fold. Pretty much exactly what you would expect on the turn in that situation. If the turn isn't an 8 or a 9, Alex probably can't see another card. Looks like we probably got a straddle to 10 out of Jeff. Billy and Alex and Joni are coming along. Joni coming along with 7 deuce of clubs. Ron's got a pair of 6s. Basil's in with queen deuce. Jeff checks. Flop comes out. King queen 4 with 2 diamonds. Got a few people with 1 diamond, but that's not going to be enough. And right now, Basil's way ahead. And Joni's going to take a stab at it. Complete bluff. Basil has the decision to make. It's not really normal for Joni to make a bluff like that, and so he's going to go ahead and get out of the way. Billy, with the open-ended straight draw, it's like, well, I can see a card or two. We'll see what happens. And Billy turns the straight.
Who got the straight?
Billy did.
That means Alex does too then.
Alex does too.
We got two-way straight action here. Let me slide in my hand. All right, so we've got, oh gosh. That's not a really good turn card because that puts that flush draw out there and the river card puts it up to the ace and it's going to go check, check.
And both of them have 1 diamond in their hand. Billy is probably
That
very
sounded like
glad.
Winnie the Pooh.
It did a little bit. Billy's probably very glad it wasn't another diamond at this point after showing his hand going, oh, well, my diamond wasn't good anyway.
Yes, Mr. Gwynn, Michael needs some help with something real fast.
We'll go check
Sorry,
that out.
sorry to stop you. Welcome back. Well, actually, you didn't go anywhere. Hey, we throw this away.
I will.
I got that on the outside of it, so be careful. And I was kind of disappointed we didn't have any burnt ends coming in.
Yep, nope, none today.
I finished them off in like 18 hours.
Were they good enough?
Oh my gosh. I had one that I forgot that I missed in there and I left it out for like 4 hours. And my dog was walking by and I kind of flicked it and she ate that and she just looked at me like, I want more. Man candy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Back on hand number 54. Hand number 54. Amarillo in the house. Welcome, Mr. Terry Tucker. Of course, you're not going to hear me for 30 minutes. But yeah, all kinds of action. I walked out there. The 5 on the button has an insane amount of money on it. They are gambling just as much as the live stream table. We just opened up live stream table number 2, or not live stream table number 2. I can't talk today. We just opened up another 5 on the button table. So we've got 2 strong 5 on the button tables running. We've got a lot of people wanting to rel this one, watch this one. 3 players in the pot. Pot sitting at $50. Jeff's going to bet $20 with 10-4. Roger that, good buddy. Joni's got 8-4. I don't really know what that would be called. If 10-4 is Roger that, 8-4 would be don't do that, I guess. Joni's going to make the crying call. She's looking for an 8 and an 8 only on the turn, and it's almost an 8, just missing a little bit. It's a 9 of clubs. River card is going to be a 5. The 10 will play. Goes check, check. Joni flips over her 4. She was keeping Jeff honest, and his 10-4 is going to play that. Chip count, Billy's got 23% of the chips at $2,700. Basil's got $895, sitting at 7% of the chips. Alex is at $1K, and whoever was right above Alex is also at $1K. I'll see it on the next go-around. Thank you for all of our members, friends, and poker family for watching the live stream tonight. We greatly appreciate you guys watching. Button moves around over to Billy Ward. Eric's going to be first to act under the gun. What is this? Oh, I thought you were giving me Clyde's cup.
No, I was just trying to He left it here.
Clyde left his cup here. So once again, next week, we've got our mini series starting. We're actually it was supposed to start on Wednesday, but we're going to start it one day early with a mini series kickoff bash, a $300 PLO tournament on Tuesday, which I'm going to have to nicely ask some of our dealers to come in and deal on Tuesday. PLO tournament, $300. As I say that, I'm looking over at the Crusher right behind me, just smiling. That's her day off, which is not going to happen this next week. Wednesday is going to be a $500 Big O tournament. Thursday, we have 2 tournaments, $1,000 No Limit Hold'em High Roller and a $300 Bounty tournament. Friday and Saturday is day 1A, 1B, 1C of our guaranteed $40,000 main event. Sunday is day 2 of the main event. We'll be stopping, I think, at level 16. Don't hold me to that, but I think we're going to be stopping at level 16. Everybody at that point will bag that's still in the tournament, come back. We're going to be paying 10% of the field. Also, Sunday, if you didn't make day 2, we have our second chance $100 No Limit Hold'em Turbo Tournament. Basil's got the Basil right now, just as I look up. Jack 10, he's got the straight to the king. Billy's looking for the Jack high straight, and Basil goes all in, and Billy calls it. River card is a 5. Basil takes his $905, and he's going to double it up right there. Mr. Superman himself. And as I asked Lindsay about coming in and dealing, she's worried about overtime. We're going to pay it to her if she gets it. So Basil doubles up right there, $905. Billy tried a little bluff on Basil to represent the Jack 10. Little did he know that's Basil's favorite hand, and he happened to have it that time. Basil's fishing around for some tip chips right there. All that stacked over in front of Basil. Good job, Basil. Bad timing. It happens. That'll happen. Come on in, Mr. Mikey. We are in between hands. Basil just doubled up. You
Oh,
gotta-
wow,
Yeah,
really?
click that door shut.
Doubled up.
Yeah, Basil had his Basil hand, Jack 10. Flop comes out, 9 king. Turn card comes queen. Billy had a 10 in his hand. He pushes all in. See if he could push Basil off of it. And Basil said, I call. And he doubles up.
Well, good on Basil then, and especially with his hand, he's gotta love that. That's really fun.
Yep, Basil won with his hand.
Yeah. You know, he's gonna take no more. A lot of pride in winning with that hand. So good for him. Good for him. I'm just letting you know we're starting up another cash game.
Woo, another 5 on the button starting live. I wish I could sneak out of here and play. Hey, what is this? We've got, 4 players? Raised to $50. Raised to $50. Now we've got 2 players, possibly a third. I don't think Jeff's going to let it go with that much in the pot. Just kidding. I lie all the time. So we've got Ace Jack versus 6-5. Ron is not going to be bullied around. Those cards look small. Flop comes out.
Wow.
7, 8, 9. Ron flops the joint. A 10 would give Billy the nuts. It goes check, check. Turn card comes out. Turn card is a Jack of diamonds. Or Jack of hearts. Sorry, Jack of
Yeah,
hearts.
that's gonna be a pretty bad card for Billy.
That's top pair for Billy.
Oh, and Ron does a good bet on
Yeah.
the turn there. Right
And
whenever
Billy
he got
raises.
Billy. And Billy's gonna raise him. Ron's gonna quickly call and probably bet pretty large here on the river.
Yep, he's gonna throw out $100, makes him holler. Billy's gonna call it with top pair, and that's how you earn $615. Nice little $315 profit. Very well played by Ron. Ron made a huge bluff against Alex. Alex had pocket 10s, and Ron had queen 5 offsuit. He had nada, and he stole it. See y'all guys later. As they step on out of here, we are back to action. Basil's done doubled up. Chip count, Basil's got 1,800. He's the new chip leader. Basil is the chip leader. Ron's at 1,600, Billy 1,500, Eric 1,400, Jeff 1,300, Robert 1,300, and I cannot read that fast. Wish I could read a little faster, but I cannot. However, little did I remember, there's a little button I can click right here. Alex right at $1,000, Joni at $1,030, Steven at $1,070, Basil's at 18 even. Billy's at $1,535. Button moves over to Alex Cruz. Joni +1 has ace 8 suited. She's going to call the 5. Ron's going to be sneaky with the old speed limit 55. Call it. Jeff's going to make the call. Billy's going to raise her up. Billy raises to $50 with Jack 7 suited, and this is what makes him so hard to read at a poker table. Everyone saw that he made a move earlier, and so they're going to think he's fishing around trying to buy. And even if he is fishing around trying to buy, sometimes he walks into that. Walking into the booth right now, shutting the door right behind him, is your one and only Basil with the Basil last hand.
Damn it, I was sick. Oh.
Yes. How did it feel to play the Basil and win with the Basil?
Oh, I loved it, bro. Especially Billy pushing all in.
Oh, Billy pushed
Oh,
all in.
not
What'd you
trapped.
say? Could you say call fast enough?
I had to go back and look at my cards, and I'm like, did I really hit it? Did I really hit
That
it?
queen on the turn just
Yeah.
went, smacked you right across the face.
King.
Or king on the turn, yeah.
Yeah,
That king
king.
on the turn just smacked you in the face, gave you the king
Oh
eye
my
straight.
God.
That was nice, dude. Nice
Oh,
little
nice little
double up.
trap.
Yeah, when you sit down, nice quick double up. That puts you up to $1,800 now.
Yes, sir.
900 is 1,800.
Yes, sir.
So we got heads up action here. The 5s are out by the ace on the flop. Goes check. Ron's going to bet $100. Can Joni make this call with a pair of aces out there with 2 kings and 4 diamonds? Let's see if she can make this call. She's contemplating it with her red Gatorade in her left hand.
There's 3 diamonds, right?
Yep, 3 diamonds. The flop came out diamonds. She's going to not believe him, make the call. Ron's going to say, I've only got pocket 5s, and Joni shows the ace, so there's no need for him to even show it. He's going to muck his 5s.
What a bluffer. And he's sitting next to me, too.
You're going to have to keep your eye on him.
I
Hey,
get him.
go out there.
Hey, you like the way I played that Jack 10?
I love the way you play that Jack 10, baby. Nobody else plays Jack 10 like you.
That's how we do it.
Yes, sir. Hey, get on out there, make some more money. Basil's in the lead with the chip
Hey,
counts
and I'm 30 points behind.
behind. So you're in second place. Basil's in the lead with 1,800 chips on the table. He's the chip leader at the table. Billy's right behind him with 1,500, and everyone on down from there. But Basil with his Jack 10 is your new chip leader
I'm saying,
at the
on
table.
point system, dog, I'm 30 points under. Dog.
So Donnie Johnson, if you're watching tonight, Basil's 30 points behind you. He's coming fishing tomorrow in the bounty tournament, the last tournament of the point series. Good luck out there, Basil.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. Well, I'll ask you later.
Hold up. Basil's heading on out there. Shout out from OKC. What's going on, Mr. Zachariah? Welcome to the live at Kojak's. $5 on the button. It's going to move on around to Mr. Ron, and Ron's going to take those 2 blank cards, and he's going to raise it up to $40. Ron's been fairly aggressive tonight, making big bluffs and great calls. So he's going to raise it up to $40. Right behind him, 9-5. Billy's going to make the call, 40. Ace 8's going to make the call of 40. Robert on the button with action like this, looks down at pocket kings. Those got to look like paradise because he's going to 3-bet it to $300. Joni's got 9-7 offsuit. Not really sure what took so long to fold. She was maybe thought she had something else, but she's going to lay it down. Steven's going to fold. Ron, $260 to him. He's going to let it go. It's going to go fold, fold. There's no way anybody makes the calls right here. Billy looks down at his 9-5 and says, I tried to get in there. Couldn't do it. Eric's going to look down at Ace 8 and say, can't hang. Robert's going to pick up a $430 pot. Just like that. That's how it's done. 3-bet it that big. You're going to pick up $130 in profit. Well done, Robert. What hand are we on now? We are on hand number 59. And just like that, we were creeping up on 60. 5 on the button. We got a raise. Eric, plus 4 seat, raises it up to $35. Alex, Robert, and Joni quickly, but Joni's got another pocket pair. Ace, Queen, Ace 10, King, Queen, 7-7, Jack 10. Steven's got the Basil. We got all kinds of hands out there. 5-way action, $175 in the pot. Flop comes out, 10 of spades, 8 of spades, 4 of diamonds. Alex picks up the best of it. He's sitting a little over, almost 60% to win the hand. However, there's a lot of overs out there to be had. Steven's got top pair, third kicker. Alex has top pair, top kicker. Ace, Queen out there, King, Queen out there, and 7s. Action goes check, check. Alex with top pair, top kicker is going to lead out with $125. And every time Joni's got a decent pocket pair, she gets trumped by the bigger cards. 2 overs there. She can't really continue for $125. She's going to let it go. Action moves over to Steven in seat number 6. He's going to make the call with top pair, third kicker. He's got some backdoor straight draws. And Eric is going to make the fold. So heads up action, $425 in the pot. Turn card comes out, 3 of diamonds, no help to either player. It's going to go check. Alex is going to have to bet something here, and I'm guessing he's going to bet along the lines of 425s in the pot, probably 250-ish. He's grabbing a stack. Oh, it's a lot more than 250. It looks like he's got $300 in green. That's maybe $400 in green and 100 in red. 440 is the total. 440 is the total. Action's down to Padilla. He's got top pair, but he does not have really much to go with that. He's looking for a jack and a jack only on the turn. If the board two pairs, Alex is automatically going to win with that ace kicker. That's the card that he's looking for right there. He's counting out chips, though. He may be making the call. He may be making this call. He's not going to give up that easy. He is looking for the jack. I think he's going to get away from it. I think he's going to get away from it. He makes the call. He makes an all-in move. Alex makes the snap call. 6 of hearts on the river is going to give the hand to Alex Cruz. So Alex Cruz went into that. Alex Cruz started that hand. Let me check this screen right here. Alex Cruz started that hand with $1,400, and he's going to, I think, win all of Padilla's money on that hand. He's going to double up. Alex is now sitting at $2,100. Man, what a big hand. That was a good move by Padilla. If Alex did not have the 10, then he would have quickly been out of that hand. I do like that move. I don't like the result of the move, but I do like that move. He made a play for the pot. He missed it. Alex had a hand that he could not lay down. Quick update of the chip count. Alex is now your new chip leader, $2,100. Basil, $1,800. Billy, $1,600. Robert, $1,400. Jeff and Joni are at $1,300. I catch the next of them on the next go around. Moving on to the hand number 60. Basil's got pocket 3. He's calls 5. Jeff with ace-9 calls 5. Billy with the same hand, ace-9 calls 5. Alex with king-queen is going to raise it up to $35. $35 is the action now. Robert folds 5-4. Joni, queen 2. And Steven says all in with my remaining... Looks like $65. It says 68, but we have no dollar chips on the table. So remaining $65. Action's now over to Basil with pocket 3s. And as Basil would say, that's so sick. He's going to lay down pocket 3s. Jeff's going to make the call. Billy's going to make the call. And I think that's going to entice Alex to make the call. No, Billy makes the fold, excuse me. Billy makes the fold, Alex makes the call. So 1 ace-9 calls, 1 ace-9 folds, 3-way action, 1 player all in. Any remaining action will be on a side pot. And Alex does not make the call. Alex 4-bets it to $300 with king-queen. Jeff's going to fold his ace-9, and now it's going to be heads-up king-queen versus 10-7. So Alex is going to finish him off. Oh, no, he's not. Flop comes out 10-7 king. Turn card of 6. River card of 10. That's going to give Padilla a boat. He's going to be wishing that he had more money right there. He didn't have any more money than $65 in his hand. Otherwise, he'd have won a little more after that flop. Kojak's Poker Club, we're at 5 on the button. Action is sometimes as big as some 5-10 games that we hear about in Vegas. I can promise you this, West Texas' premier poker destination, Kojak's, has any level, any action that you want, and any level is going to be wild. So don't, if you're looking for some poker and you feel like bluffing, It's hard to bluff out at Kojaks. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. Only the best bluffs get through. That bluff that Ron pulled earlier was one of the best bluffs that I've seen in a while on Alex. And Alex has since recouped from that. But I've seen $500 calls with Jack high, and they were good because somebody missed the 7-8 draw to a gut shot straight. So if you've got the nuts at Kojaks, bet the nuts because they're going to pay you off. If you're bluffing, they're going to call you. So be careful with your bluffs. You got to play the players. And I played at a lot of poker places in the state of Texas, and Kojaks has some of the best players around. So if you think you can handle it, head on out to Kojaks. We got 5-10 running. We'll this next week our cash games are going to be crazy. I think our bad beats up to $3,000. So if you're coming out to play in the series, our cash games are going to be super juicy. Don't forget about that bad beat. Updated the tip counts. Steven's got $214. Jeff and Joni got $1,300 along with Eric. Ron and Robert got 14. Billy's got 15. Basil's got 18. And your chip leader, Alex, is over $2,000. Over $2,000. All right, we got a straddle under the gun by Jeff with the Basil. Eric right behind him calls with ace-3. Ron calls with queen-deuce. And Basil calls with jack-4. Flop comes out 8 of clubs, 10 of clubs, 6 of spades. Jeff is with the Basil's hand. Jack-10 is going to pick up the top pair. He's going to lead out with $25. Don't see how Eric can call right there. He's going to let it go. Ron's got no piece of that. He could be trying to bluff here, but he doesn't even have cards in front of him. He's going to let it go. Action's over to Basil with a flat tire. And that's going to be the end of this hand because he's going to let it go. If Basil was to raise right there, that would force Jeff to fold because Basil doesn't bluff much. And he does that. He uses that to his advantage because players thinks he only plays the nuts, but he does get out there and bluff. Billy sitting under the gun is going to straddle up to $10. He's going to look down at ace-4 suited, and he's going to like that when it comes back to him. So he's probably going to be raising when the action gets back to him. Quick fold all the way around to Ron, who's got ace-queen. He's going to sneakily call the... No, he 3-bets it. I'm sorry, I could not see that. He 3-bets it up to $60. Jeff's going to make the fold action over to Billy. Billy's going to make the call. Billy's a dangerous player. Flop comes out, 7-7 deuce, 2 clubs. Billy's got the best of the flop. Ron's got the best hand. First action on Billy. He's reaching down. Looks like he's grabbing some green chips. Nope, red chips. And it looks like Billy's going to bet $100, 1 stack of red, and that's going to be good enough to win it. He does show the ace-4. Ooh, we got some money on the table. We're going to see Steven, when he gets a hand, he's going to ship it in because he's looking to double, even triple up. And with the calls on this table, he could get that action that he's looking for. Going to fold around to Steven now. It's going to keep on folding. Basil's going to make the call of 5 with queen 9. Jeff's going to make the call from the cutoff with 9-8. Billy looks down at queen 7. He's going to check it up. So we have our smallest pot of the night with $15 or $20 in it, 4 players. Flop comes out. King 10 6 2 spades. Nobody's holding spades. Nobody's got 4 to the flush draw. Basil's going to lead out with $10 with middle pair, and Jeff's going to make the call with needing a 7 for the straight. Eric's going to make the call with top pair. Everybody's got a little piece of it. Turn card is an 8 of spades, giving Jeff an even better hand. Now we've got Basil with a flush draw. He's got the second nut flush draw. He's going to bet $15. He's going to call. Two of spades comes out on the river. Actions on Basil with a second draw. It goes $15. Second nut flush draw. It's going to go $15 and call real quick by Jeff. Eric's going to fold his hand. Basil's going to flip over the queen 10. And it's going to be good enough for a win. Even betting $15, $20 at a time. That's how you build a pot up to $125. 125 chips. Not 125 chips. 21 chips headed over to Basil right there. He's going to spend stacking them up and building up his stack. Increasing his chip lead. As you can see, Superman right there. You can see two crushers. Imagine having two crushers at the table. That would be brutal. She breaks some hearts and crushes dreams. Basil's going to call with the Jack 7. I think he just likes any Jack. King 9, the Swanson. That's the first time I've seen that tonight. It's going to limp in for 10. Eric's going to make the call. Action option over to Alex. He's going to check it. Flop comes out. 4 of clubs, 5 of clubs, 10 of spades. Eric's got a gut shot. It's going to check around. Queen of diamonds on the turn. Nobody's got a piece of anything. This is going to be a first to bet. It's going to be the first to win. 9 on the river gives the Swanson, held by Jeff, the best hand. And that's going to end it right there. Actions over to Basil. He checks. Jeff's probably going to throw out a little bet. $15. Try to get some something for it. And Basil's going to make the call. Not sure Basil really looked at his hand there and saw he had Jack 7, or he may have just wanted to see what Jeff had. Got a straddle to 10 from Mr. I don't know exactly who was the straddle, but we're going to have a raise by Eric to $40. Alex makes the call with 97 suited. Robert's going to make the call with pocket 4s. Ron's probably going to make that call. Yes, he does, with ace 5, and that's going to make Jeff make the call because he's already got 10 in. It's 20 more to do it. Already $170 sitting in the pot, so he's definitely going to make that call. And he does call, so we got 5-way action. $200 in the pot. Flop comes out 2-4-6. My favorite hand would have flopped the joint, the straight. However, Robert flops a set, and that is extremely strong right here. Ron's got a gutter ball to the 3, and we got a backdoor flush draw for Alex, but Eric's going to bet it. He's going to bet $115. He picks a bad time to do that because Robert's going to make the call right behind him, which is going to make Ron make the call. Jeff's going to fold it. We've got $545, 3-way action going to the turn. The turn card comes out an ace of hearts. That would have given Alex the heart flush draw. Ron's going to bet $50. Eric's going to get out of the way, putting his heads up. Ron versus Robert. Let's see what Robert decides to do right here. $50 was the bet. Robert decides to make the call. It's hard when you have 2 R's in the name. River card of a 7 is no good for Ron. He's going to lead out with $100. Robert's not going to take a chance. He's going to take a chance. He's going to bump it up. Raise. Robert raises to $200. He's trying to get minimum value right here. It's hard not to call an extra $100 when there's $945 in the pot. And that right there itself is probably going to be enough for Ron to make the call. $100 for 945. It's hard to lay that down unless you're 100% sure no you're beat. Ron has top pair, not a very good kicker. They're 2, 4, 6, 7 on the board. 5, 3, 5, 8 or make it straight. Ace 7. Shoot, at this point, Ace 8 wins. Ron's going to make the laydown, and just like that, Robert picks up a beautiful hand, and he shows the fours, shows Ron, lets him know that he was beat. Ron's going to lean back and take a quick moment to relax. Moving on over to hand number 66, all the way up to hand number 66 now. Didn't realize it's already 10:20 at night, 10:20. That means that we have 30 minutes left in the live stream, 30 minutes left. Chip count look, Alex at 2,000, Robert at 1,900, Basil 1,800, Billy 1,600, and it goes on down from there. Got a lot of money on the table, ready to be won tonight. Under the gun, Joni picks up Queen. Queen's going to raise up to $50. Jeff makes the call 10-6. Billy makes the call Ace-3. And just like that, three-way action to the flop. The Crusher rolls it out. Flop comes out 3 spades, 9, 7, 4. Not much fun when you're looking at pocket queens. Excuse me, with no spades. The only person that has a spade is Billy in his hand. Joni's going to lead out with $150. Billy makes the call with a blue chip. The Crusher looks around to Basil to make some change for that blue chip. The baby blue chips represent $500 on our tables. So the big chips are coming out to play tonight. Turn card comes a 3. Pocket queens versus ace 3. Joni leads out with 200. Billy makes the call. River card is a 5. No help to Billy. Joni's reaching for chips. I don't think Billy can make that call. He's going to make the fold. Joni picks up a $1,100 pot, $455 profit. Good job, Joni. Joe. Updated the chip count. Joni's moving on up. She's up to $1,700. Jeff $1,200, Billy $1,200, Eric $1,100, Ron $975, and Steven's still sitting at $214. He's waiting to pick his spot. Ron looks down. Looks like Padilla straddled for 10. Ron's going to make the $10 call with Queen Jack. Basil makes fold. Jeff's going to make the call. Just kidding. Jeff's going to make a raise with the snowman. He raises it up to, looks like $80. Billy right behind him with the Basil makes the call. Eric, table's getting close to being over. Eric's action's going to get bigger. Eric's going to make the call with 7-6 suited. Folds around to Padilla. Padilla is going to take this opportunity. He knows there's a lot of money out there. This is the best chance he's going to get. $240 was already out there. He's going to make the all-in move. $215 out. Jeff is going to make... I say he's going to make the call. He's got 2 players acting behind him. That's the hesitation right here. I think he may go all in to isolate it heads up. And that's exactly what he does. He goes all in for $1,200. Billy makes the fold. Right behind him, Eric makes the fold. We have King 8 versus 8-8. Flop comes out. Ace 4, 9. Turn comes King for Steven. Oh, River card comes a 10. Steven's going to use that opportunity to double up. King is the winner. Jeff made the right move right there. If he had just made the call, I don't think he'd have got much more action. I can't remember what... I remember Billy had Jack 10, but I don't truly remember what Ron had. Sorry, Eric. Updated chip count. Steven has now... That wasn't only a double up, that was a triple up because there was $240 extra out there. So Steven's now up to $603. And that's how quick you can almost get back to even at this table. Basil looks down at the Dolly Parton. At Kojak's, if you're calling 5, you're going to have 7-way action to the flop. We got $145 in the pot. Flop comes out Queen of Spades, 10 of Spades, 3 of Spades. Steven has a Jack high flush draw. Joni has a 9 high flush draw. And those are the only 2 people that remain in the pot. Steve bets $75. Action's now on Joni. She's going to say La Vie, say no more. Steven's going to pick up another $145. His effective stack is going to go up now. He's going to have $665 in his stack. And just like that, unstuck. Alex got 16% of the chips in play along with Robert. Both of them, Basil and Joni, have 15 and 14. Steve only has 5% of the chips in play, but those chips are in play. They are going to be gambled with. They are going to be picked up and put in the pot. Button moves around to Ron. Basil's first to act. He's going to look down at his cards. He's not going to like him. He's going to let go of Queen 7. Don't blame him for that one. Action's over to Mr. Jeff Barnhart with Motown. He's going to let it go. Billy's not there to look at his Ace-King suited. It's reading the Ace-King as it's in Billy's hand. It's actually in Eric's hand. Ace-King is in Eric's hand. So we got Ace-King versus 3-3 versus Ace-4 versus Jack-6. Flop comes out 3 of clubs, 7 of clubs, 10 of diamonds. Joni's got the nut flush draw. She's going to check it. We got a set of 3s for Robert. Jack-6 is going to lead out with $60. It's definitely going to get... That's the second set we've seen Robert flop here. In just as many hands, I think. 4 hands ago, he flopped a set. So Joni makes the call. Turn card is a Queen of Clubs, giving Joni the nuts right now. It checks all the way around. River card is an Ace of Spades. No good. Joni's going to pick up the win right there. She's going to lead out. It looks like she's got a couple of green chips. She's going to lead out with $100. I don't think Ron can make this call. He's going to let his hand go. And now action is on Robert. That's a hard hand right there. I think Joni gets paid off on this one. And that she does. Going to pick up a nice little pot right there. Aggression frequency, Ron, Alex, Jeff, and Billy all have over a 30% aggression frequency. Everybody else is sitting in the 20s. That shows you that this table is high action, as all the tables at Kojak's are. We've got 2 5 on the buttons running on the side of this one, so we've actually got 3 5 on the button hold'em tables running right now. If you would like to be on the list, check us out on Poker Atlas. Check us out. Our phone number is area code 432-349-2047. We will get you a seat. Plenty of action at Kojak's Poker Club as always. Kojak's Poker Club is your premier destination for poker in the Midland, Odessa area. We've got players driving in daily from Lubbock to play, players driving in daily from Odessa, Andrews, Monahans, Lamesa, all around West Texas in the smaller towns. In big cities, you'd call them suburbs, but we call them towns out here because we're a bunch of country folk out here. Moving on over to hand number 71. We've got less than 30 minutes left. We got four-way action, $115 in the pot. Flop comes out Queen of Hearts, 3 of Hearts, 7 of Diamonds. Jeff picks up top pair right there, setting 70% to win, and he bets it like he knows it. He throws out a quarter, $25. Action moves on over to Ron with 10-5. Turn card comes a 4. I think Ron's maybe setting up a possible bluff right here. Jeff is going to bet 60. I would love to see Ron raise to like 130. Ron's looking for a 6 for the gut shot. That would be brutal. And it comes out a 3 of Diamonds. Jeff gets the check mark with the Queen 9. He's going to lead out with $85. Ron's going to muck his cards. I think Ron was looking for a spot to bluff it right there and just never got the cards too. I think he was looking for a heart so he could so he could represent the heart flush. It just did not happen for him. Making our one last dealer push change. And it looks like we've got Richard Tennyson stepping up to the plate. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Richard, and I'll be your dealer for the next 30 minutes to close out this table. Basil's got his spinner going. From that camera view right there, it looked like he spun it and was holding it right next to Ron's ear, but he was holding it out in front of his face. Updated chip count. We've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got $11,000 plus sitting on this table, closer to $12,000 sitting on this table. We've actually got more than that sitting on table number 3, so the action is super spicy at Kojak's Poker Club tonight. And just like that, Billy's all in pre-flop. We had a straddle to 10. Joni calls the 10. Ron 3-bets it with $60 with pocket 5s. Billy all ends with Queen 8 offsuit. Joni's going to make the fold. Action's now over to Ron. And Ron's got a little decision to make. He knows Billy will push. Billy will push with a lot of hands right here. He'll push with aces. He'll push with kings. He'll push with ace king. He'll push with jack 10. He knows Billy's range is wide. Once again, tomorrow at 2:30, we have our bounty tournament. $200 gets you 15,000 in chips and a $50 bounty chip. If you're here in your seat before 2:30, you get an extra 5,000 chips, and we have a $20 dealer appreciation for 5,000 more. Ron's going to fold his pocket 5s, and Billy's going to pull in an $85 profit. Billy knows the spots to pick, and that was one of the spots. He put his whole stack, 1,200, at risk, but he knew that the odds were that Ron didn't have a callable hand to $1,000 all in. And you pick up 10 $85 pots just like that, all of a sudden you've got $850 extra in your hand. That makes it worthwhile to do. And Eric's just laughing, Mr. Eric Blank over there, because he knows what Billy did there. Button moves over to Billy. Eric's going to be first to act. $5 on the button. Eric under the gun. He's going to let it go. Action's now over to Alex. He's going to raise it up, looks like to $20 with ace 4 of hearts. Right behind him, Robert makes the call with the Swanson suited. Joni folds her hand. Steven folds the same hand. Action's over to Ron. He does make the call. And Jeff with King Queen unsuited makes the call. Billy's going to play this hand. Billy's going to... $5 change. So we've got 5-way action. $100 in the pot. Flop comes out. Jack club. 5 club. Jack diamond. Nobody's got a jack in their hand. Nobody's got a 5 in their hand. We've got 2 clubs, so that gives Robert Worsham 4 clubs. Checks all the way around to Alex. He's going to bet $50 with the jack on the turn being first to act. Robert lets go of his flush draw because that gives anybody a boat. That makes it very hard to play right here. However, Ron, with the best hand, makes the call. Jeff's going to fold. Billy's going to fold. Heads up now. 4 on the river. Gives Alex the full house. And it goes check, check. Alex flips over that, smiling. He knows he was beat until that 4 comes out, but he's still going to get a $515 pot pushed his way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's how you play poker at Kojak's. We've got 20 minutes of action left tonight. Alex under the gun is going to straddle to $10. He's not going to like the queen 6 that he looks down at. Oh, no, it's suited. He may like that because I would like that. I like a lot of hands, though. Speaking of, I like 5-3. Wish somebody would pick up 5-3 and win a pot with it. 7 deuce in the muck. King 7 in the muck. Queen 8 is going to make the call of 10. Action's over to Ron. Ron's going to 3-bet it up to $40. Jeff's going to make the call with 9-5. 4-way action to the flop, $65. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, 4-way action to the flop. $170 in the flop. Flop comes out. Jack of hearts, 8 of diamonds, 5 of spades. Ron flops top pair, second top kicker. Billy's got a gut shot to the 9 to a straight and runner for flush draw hearts. $350 now in the pot going to the turn. 3 of diamonds on the turn is not going to help anyone's hand. Steven's got second pair queen kicker. Ron's got top pair king kicker. Billy's still got the 9 to the gut. Ron's going to lead out with $100. I think at this point, Steven's going to have to let this go. He knows that he's beat. He could push all in right here, and he might get a call from Billy. I don't think he gets a call with an all in, but I think he's going to let that one go. So heads up action, $550 in the pot. River card coming. And it looks like to be an ace of clubs, which is going to give Ron the check mark, and he's not going to give Billy a chance to outplay him. He's going to go all in. Billy is a very good post-flop player, and Ron's not going to check there and have Billy go all in and have the tough decision to make that call. So he just pushes all in, and he's going to scoop up all those chips. Ron's up to $865. Billy is down to $930. Alex is up $1,100 today. Jeff's down $350. Billy's down right around $1,600. Eric Blank, who's won a bunch and lost a bunch. He started off the night with a $900 pot. He's down $85. Padilla's down $460. Ron is down $135, and Basil is up $560. Button moves on around to Baby Boy Cruz, who's got that pretty stack of chips in front of him. Billy's going to step away from him a minute, see if he can get back before his hand is mucked. Action's over on Joni, 5 on the button. She looks down at Queen 9, makes the call. Basil makes the call with King 8 suited. Jeff's going to make the call with Jack 9. Folds around to Baby Boy Cruz. He checks his option. Flop comes out. Seven, 7, 6. Alex picks up the gut shot to the 5 and hits the gut shot on the turn. Cruz has the 8 high straight. Joni and Basil both have a straight draw that's bigger than the 8. Or they all have the same straight draw. Jeff's the one that if he hits the, he can't even hit it either. Yeah, 9 gives he's folded the hand, so it doesn't matter. River card of a deuce gives Baby Boy Cruz the win. It's going to go check, check. He's going to bet here, but he's not going to have any callers behind him. Action checks around to him. He bets $100, and just like that, both hands are going to go in the muck. Basil's going to say, that's so sick, man. That's so sick. I needed a 3 or 9 to win, but he didn't realize he was looking for a 3 or 9 to chop. He didn't realize Baby Boy Cruz had it all. Went to showdown. Basil goes to showdown 66% of the time that he's in the pot. Eric has been awfully quiet tonight sitting in seat number 3. He hasn't had very many hands he could play. Padilla calls with Queen 8 suited. Basil calls with a bigger King 7 suited spades. Jeff calls with 7-4 suited. Billy folds 2 spades. Eric's going to raise it up to $30 with 7-8 offsuit. Cruz folds 9-8. Robert's going to make the call with King 8 suited. We've got a lot of suited calls in here. So we've got 4 players going to the flop. $125 in the pot. Flop comes out. Jack of spades, 10 of hearts, 6 of clubs, rainbow. Steven picks up the 9 gut shot. The same gut shot that, well, not the same. Eric picks up a gut shot to the Jack with a 9. If a 9 comes, Padilla gets it. Eric's going to lead out with $100. Padilla calls with Queen 8. Action's now on Jeff. He's going to fold the hand. Turn card comes out of 5 of clubs. That gives Eric an up and down, open-ended. Eric's going to lead out with $200. That's putting most of Padilla's stack at risk right there. Padilla's got $445. Eric just bet half of Padilla's stack. Padilla's got the best hand right now with the Queen high. And he does let it go, and Eric does steal one right there. He's not going to show it. He's going to keep his hand a secret, at least for 30 minutes, right? $15 minutes left in the live stream. This is where action gets a little bit crazy. Chip counts. Alex Baby Boy Cruz is up 2,200. Joni's up to 21. Basil's up to 18. Robert 16. Eric and Jeff 11. Billy 930. Couldn't see the final 2, but we are winding down to the last few hands of the night. Buttons up on Miss Joni. Under the gun. Wow, look at this. Straddle to 10, straddle to 20. Basil looks down at pocket kings. He's going to raise it up to $60. Action folds around to Padilla. He's going to fold it. Ron looks down at 4 deuce. Ron's here to gamble. 4 deuce versus pocket kings. Welcome to Kojak's Poker Club. Heads up action going to the flop. $135 in there. Flop's going to come out. 8, Jack, 10, 2 clubs. Basil's got the overpair. If we see a check from Ron, Basil's going to lead out with at least $60. He likes to repeat his last bet. Actions on Basil. He's going to bet 75. Ron's going to let the 4 deuce go. That would have been sneaky if he would have hit it, but he did not. Basil's going to pick up a $210 pot. Just like that. That's how it's done at Kojak's Poker Club. Steve is going to move all in. We have a raise to $80 with Ace Jack. All in by Padilla behind him with 3 deuce suited. Actions over to Jeff with King Jack, the Kojak. He's asking for a count. He's not going to have anything to do with it. And I think Billy's going to gamble here. Billy's got a gamble in hand. He does make the call. They may be opting to run it twice, so we're going to flip over and follow the board just in case they do run it twice. Flop comes out. 5-7-5. Turn card is 7. Gives them the flush draw. River card's an ace. Billy's going to win it. They only run it one time. Padilla's laughing. He had a good time with that. He says, good game, guys. Five on the button. That's how the action goes. And just like that, Billy picks up a hand. Gets him back up to $1,400. We do have action at Kojak's. Ace Jack is never safe when there's a 3 deuce on the board. So as we go winding down to the end of the night, we've got 12 minutes left. Once again, I want to take this opportunity to let you know that we have our mini series coming up next week. We're going to start it off with a kickoff bash, mini series kickoff bash with a pot limit Omaha Tuesday night, $300 buy-in. Thursday night, $500 Big O buy-in. Wednesday night, $500 Big O buy-in. Thursday night, we have 2 tournaments. 5 o'clock, we have the $1,000 No Limit Hold'em High Roller. Also at 6 o'clock, we have the $300 Bounty Tournament. On Friday and Saturday, we have Day 1A, Day 1B, Day 1C into our $400 main event. 3 flights. Playing to level 16. Everyone bags at that level and comes back on Sunday at noon. At 2 o'clock on Sunday, we have our second chance No Limit Hold'em Turbo $200 entry tournament. Don't take your chance to miss out on the pockets being filled at Kojak's Poker Club. Tomorrow, Sunday, January 17th at 2:30 p.m., we have our $200 bounty tournament. $200 gets you 15,000 chips plus a $50 bounty chip. Take your chance to knock people out and pick up those bounties. We also have a $20 dealer appreciation that gets you 5,000 more chips and an early bird special of 5,000. At the end of registration, which is at 4:10 in the afternoon, 4:10 p.m., we have a $100 add-on for 25,000 chips. So we have a straddle to 10, straddle to 20. Billy looks down in the $20 straddle. He's got pocket kings, but before it can get back to him, Ron looks down. Alex calls the $20 straddle. Ron looks down at pocket jacks and raises it up to $325. He 3-bets it. Action gets over to Billy, who looks down at pocket kings. He only calls the $125 raise, and Alex is going to push it on up. Alex says, all in. No, I'm sorry. He did not all in it. He 4-bet it to $625. This makes it to where, for some reason, it's reading Alex's cards as Billy's. Alex has the pocket kings. I did this a while ago. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have that technical difficulty fixed. But Billy's not even in the hand. Ron pushes all in for $795, and Alex is 100% going to make the call for that. Going to the flop, we are heads up. Flop comes out, king 7-6. Not good news for Ron, sitting with pocket jacks. They opted to run it twice. Look at that. One hits a set on the, or Alex has ace king. Sorry about that. So the top board is going to go to Ron. The bottom board is going to go to Alex Cruz. Not sure why Billy's card reader read as both pocket kings, because there's no, if he had pocket kings, there's zero chance for him to fold it right there. So we've got about 7 minutes left. Heading down to the couple of last hands here. Billy looks down at 10-8. He's not there. Eric's going to fold his hand. Alex is going to fold. Robert's going to fold. Nobody's got playable cards. All the kings are gone in the deck. Ron looks down at ace-9. He's going to call that at least. Yeah, he throws 5 in. Basil's going to raise it up with pocket 10s. He's got half of the Basil. He's got half of the Basil 2 times, though. Action's over to Jeff. He's not going to play Jack Deuce. The Choctaw Nuts unsuited. So we got ace-9 versus pocket 10s. Flop comes out, all little cards. Ron checks. Basil's going to throw it out there. Turn card comes a jack. Basil's going to bet $40, and Ron's going to let go of his hand just that quick. We're going to wash it up for one last hand. This will be our last hand right here. We're going to have to move the button on around to Baby Boy Cruz, because both Billy and Eric are up out of their seats right now. Oh, Billy nicely posted his button before he did leave, so he could get cards. They will be mucked if he is not there. Action's going to fold around. Joni's going to make the call. Over to, Dante filled in the seat. Very nice. Ron's going to raise it up to $60 with pocket deuces. Basil's up huge tonight, so he's going to make the call. He's got a little bit of gamble in him. Jeff does fold. Billy's cards are folded. Joni is going to make the call. She's in it to win it. I like this. King, queen versus deuces versus 7-5. Flop comes out. Jack of hearts, 4 diamonds, 9 of spades. No help to the king, queen. No help to the pocket deuces. The 7-5 is going to check also. Ron's going to lead out, pretend that he has pocket jacks, pocket aces, when in actuality we knows he has the deuces. Basil's thinking about it, but he's not going to have any of it. Action's over to Joni. She's thinking if she can win this, but she's not going to do it. She's going to let it go. Ron's going to pick up a nice little pot right there. $260 in the pot for him. Almost got it mixed up. So as we'll make this one right here. Last hand on Cruz. Baby boy Cruz. We just got some action to the table. I hate to cut you off, but you'll have to wait till next week. Next week we will not be having a live stream, as I correct myself. On Sunday, we will be showing a live stream of the final table for the $40,000 guaranteed main event. One more time while he's shuffling up the cards. Tuesday, we have the kickoff PLO High Tournament. It will be a $300 buy-in. It's not on our list for tournaments, so we're going to have to talk to our dealers and make sure that they can come in and deal it. Wednesday, we have the $500 Big O tournament. Thursday, we have 2 tournaments. One starting at 5 o'clock. That's a $1,000 No Limit Hold'em High Roller. At 6 o'clock, we have the $300 Bounty tournament where each bounty chip is worth $100. On Friday at 5 p.m., Saturday at noon, and Saturday at 5 p.m., we have day 1A, 1B, 1C into our $400 3-flight main event. The after level 16 will bag each flight and carry them over into day 2. Also, Sunday at 2 o'clock, we have our $200 second chance No Limit Hold'em tournament. On to our last hand of the night. King of clubs. Queen of clubs is going to raise it up to $15. Joni makes the call with ace 5 suited. Billy's going to make a 3-bet to 75 with ace 3 offsuit. Alex is going to make the call with queen jack suited. Lots of possible hands. Only problem is for Alex, he does not want to see any diamonds on this. So we have 3-way action heading to the three-way action headed to the flop. Flop has pot has $240 on it. Ace of hearts, deuce of clubs, 9 of spades. We've got 1 club, lots of clubs out there. Checks around, 9 of clubs on the turn. And that's really no help to anybody. Ace 3 is leading it. Billy's going to win it after that river card of a deuce of diamonds. Can someone bet him out of it? He's a little bit down. He's going to be the aggressor. He's going to lead out what looks to be $100 for our last pot of the night. Don't think that there's any way Alex can call. He can push the action, but I don't think that that's going to be enough to push Billy out of it, and that's what he's thinking. Did the cards come out to be able to tell a story where I could have a 9 or a deuce, and it looks like he's going to make the call. I'm quiet because I'm questioning it. I think he was just seeing if Billy was trying to buy that pot. He's got the glasses on. He was just trying to see if Billy was bluffing the last hand of the night. As we flip the camera over, I got Josh in the booth with me. We'll be saying good night to you from Kojak's Poker Club. Good night from Charlie.
Good night from Josh.
Next week, Sunday. Trying to think of it. Sunday, we have the final table action coming to you. Don't miss out. Action starts Tuesday, flows all the way through Sunday. Don't miss your chance to fill your pockets full of cash.